Hello, everyone. I am back after a ways away. Apologies about that. There were numerous things happening that prevented me from doing anything on the channel, but I'm back. How's it been, everyone? Noah, you've been playing an unhealthy amount of Overwatch? Why on earth would you do that? That's terrible. Where was I, Laura? Well, okay. Since the last stream, for Valentine's I was away, so I couldn't do anything. Then, as soon as I got back, I wanted to get the Demon Tides video out on launch day, so I was cramming that game and working on the video nonstop to try to get it out in time, and it wasn't on time. Then I was feeling burnt out after making that video, so I said no channel stuff for a week, just to give myself a break. And then I got sick with the COVID-19, and I'm still a little bit sick, but I'm mostly okay now. I might sound a little gross sometimes still. It's been so long that you remember I got a different color. That's true, Flo. Congrats, you got the orange mask. It's like going up, you know, in your karate belts. You recently got banned from Stelmo stream, Rainyar? You did? What did you do? The Pariah 695 time skip? Yes, I'm significantly more powerful now. Although in at least some of that time, because for, you know, a good portion of that I was too sick to do anything. But outside of that, been playing some Metroid Prime, and it's been good. I got some stuff to share with y'all. Telekinestic Man already knows. No spoilers, Telekinestic Man. Don't tell him. Let him find out. What the heck happened? The biggest factor, a couple of things happened, but mostly I was sick with the COVID, is what happened, and I'm still slightly sick. Metroid Prime footage. Specifically, we got Prime Hunters, the DS game, up right now, which is really bad. I've never played it before, but I was playing it on PC, and it is not good. Can't believe we couldn't get another Valentine's streamer probably cheats on his GF again. No, unfortunately, I was with my GF for Valentine's Day. I'm sorry for betraying everyone. He's just saying he got sick of you? Well, knowing Stelmo, that probably means something crossed the line, but I don't know. That sucks. I've never felt like you were out of line, Rainyar. Is the COVID as bad as they say? I mean, yeah, it's real bad. I've had it before. When I get COVID, I am, like, immobilized, and I cannot do anything but lay in bed and be miserable for several days. How's the Metroid vid going? I haven't worked on any Metroid videos because I've been sick, and I couldn't record, obviously, with my voice all messed up. As you can tell, it's still a little. But I have footage enough to do multiple Metroid videos, so it'll be coming soon. Be excited for it. Yeah, COVID was really painful to swallow for like 2 days. Oh yeah, it started with a really bad pain in my throat was the first sign, and then it got so terrible. What I think is the worst symptom of COVID? I mean, it's just like the agonizing, like, sickly feeling, just the pain everywhere, and you just feel terrible and can't do anything. That's the worst part. You're excited for Metroid videos? Me too. I have many Metroid videos planned. Welcome to the Metroid era of the channel. Mega Man era can wait, because I want to play better games. Although Mega Man X is very good, but I like Metroid a lot. Especially now that I've gotten into Metroid a lot more, and I'm like, wow, these games are so friggin' good. You read The Cure to COVID-7. COVID is 7 straight hours of Halo Reach. Outer Wilds is like Metroid? Yes, telekinetic man. Maybe when I have time, either during or at the end of my Metroid thing, we could do Outer Wilds, and it'd be a nice transition from like Metroid Prime, first-person Metroidvania, walk around, scan things, and then we go into Outer Wilds. The greatest space walk-around, scan things game ever. Have I listened to the Chaotic case files? No, I have not listened to that at all. I really don't care, to be honest. Hey, Dragonclaw, thank you very much. How am I doing today? I'm doing all right. Mostly not sick anymore. That's why I was absent for so long. Still a little sick, but I'm okay. Wow, really, Spark, you played Prime 4? That's on the docket for me. I'll be playing Prime 4 soon, and I'll see for myself what's wrong with it. But I guess we've been hanging around long enough, so should we get into things, my friends? So for the record, we are not playing Metroid Prime Remastered today, and I'll explain why as we go. Give me a second to get this all set up correctly. Okay, that should be good. Welcome to Metroid Prime. So I've been playing this game a bunch, by the way. I've been big up on the Metroid Prime, because it's real fun. As you can see, I got 2 save files here. And this is after doing like 2 playthroughs of Remastered and even more playthroughs of this. I like Metroid Prime, especially with this, which you'll see. Oh yeah, options. This might be blasphemy. I don't know if people are with me on this. I don't like the helmet on the first-person view. The visor and stuff is all cool. I don't like the helmet blocking some of the screen. So we're going with no helmet. I'm sorry if that's unforgivable to everyone. We'll get back to 2D Metroid, by the way. I just feel like playing Prime because I've been playing Prime and I'm all up on in on the Prime. And man, let me tell you, after playing Prime Remastered and how gorgeous that looks, and then you come to original Prime 1 and you're like, oh god, it's so ugly in comparison, which is funny because for the time, this is a gorgeous game. Always been a gameplay over immersion, guys, so you're not surprised. I mean, I like immersion and story and all that when it's done really well. And I just feel like it isn't most of the time. But, like, you know, Metroid Prime, atmosphere and stuff is amazing. And your country is Intro's Bizarre voiceover? Yeah, that's an option you can enable in Remastered. And I turned it on when I was playing. I'm like, what the heck? Why is there, like, a weird narrator? Don't do that. You barely notice a difference between Prime Remastered and Prime 1 when you play them back-to-back. It's real noticeable. Honestly, Samus doesn't look that good in this game. The colors and the... not the textures, but like the material of her suit. It doesn't look very good most of the time. Like, it's got like this weird like white glossiness over it that overpowers the actual color of the suit too much. And, you know, textures aren't the highest resolution, but it's a GameCube game, it's fine. See, like, why is it so, like, white and silvery looking? It looks weird. Telekinetic, man, that shit is so awesome in Brawl. So yeah, we're playing Prime Hack, so I got traditional twin-stick controls. I'm on controller. Prime 3's base suit looks the best. I mean, it's basically just this suit, but more refined, yeah. Because I think the design of the suit in Prime, like the base Various suit, looks excellent. For, like, just standard default Various suit, one of the best, I would say. Am I trying to tell you that Prime Hack is good? Prime Hack is good, but I have another thing, even more than Prime Hack, on right now, that I'll show later, that's even cooler. Do I not like the pointer controls in Prime? You're super into them? I mean, I just prefer traditional shooting controls. I can be way more accurate this way. This is some good, you know, like Prime, they maintained the alienness of Metroid very well. With, like, you're coming to this ship after the event of Alien has happened, basically. Is the purpose of the stream to tell you that Prime actually has hidden depth? I'm playing with a thing, you'll see. Traditional controls, he says, as he plays a game that predates them. That is not true. Traditional keyboard and mouse, WASD, was from Quake. Long before Metroid Prime. I find sticks more accurate than gyro. I mean, I'm pretty good at shooters, so they are pretty accurate for me, but I don't like something like this where there's no, like, aim mode, so it's constant gyro all the time, because then, like, the camera's constantly doing, like, little micro movements when I don't want it to. I like in, like, Breath of the Wild, when you aim the bow, and then you get gyro on the aiming. But normally, it's just the right stick to control the camera. Exactly, Telekinestic Man. 90s PC shooters had this figured out long ago. By the way, the space pirates in this game, what's up with them? All the Prime games are like this, really. Where, like, the space pirates in the 2D Metroids are like lobster dudes, and that's like their species. But then here in Prime, they're just something completely different. You have gyro set to only trigger when the left trigger is held? Yeah, that works really well. You can do that with some things with, like, PC controllers, which I've done before, and it's real nice. But there's no, like, aim mode in Metroid. Which, by the way, another thing you're noticing, because I can just aim, I'm not using the lock-on very much, because aiming is fun in a shooter, and I'd rather aim manually. It's more fun this way. There's a discrepancy between space pirates' intelligence and sentience. Well, yeah, because in 2D Metroid, according to the manga, they're just like a hive mind that follows whatever's the strongest because stupid. In this, they're more just like criminals, which makes more sense. Although, when you really think about it, they don't really act much like pirates for, like, space pirates. Because, like, in the Prime games, they have, like, their science labs studying Phazon and shit. And in the main games, even, they're trying to, like, take over the galaxy with Metroids. And it's like, pirates just want money. They're just like, I'm gonna kill you unless you give me money. But whatever. It's fine. Is Prime Remastered even worth it since this mod exists? Well, thanks to this, I'll definitely say that I am never gonna play Metroid Prime Remastered again. You'll see. I guess one thing I'll show off. You can still hear the residual COVID. Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. Also bugged you how the entire species is called pirates. Yeah, they just never gave them a name. They're just the space pirates. Alright, time for this boss. See, why is Samus so, like, weirdly shiny? Looks bad. Looks almost as bad as Other M, honestly. Is this gonna be a meme mod? No, this is a cool mod. They're once Zebesians, right? I mean, sort of. They colonized Zebes. It's not their home planet. Alright. It's dead. Is this Prime Hack? Yes, I'm playing Prime Hack. Does this mod give you actual sequence breaking and routing? Because that would be rad. Yes, it does, Sparky. Yes, it does. I'll show you when we get to the main map. It's super friggin' cool. So, because, like, what happened was I played Metroid Prime Remastered a couple times. I was like, this game's really fun. But then I was like, you know, Prime is so rigid in how it's designed. You can't do, like, cool sequence breaks without, like, doing, like, major, like, out-of-bounds glitch stuff. So I was like, okay, well, what can you do in a speedrun? But then I watched an original Metroid Prime speedrun. I was like, whoa, what the heck? There's stuff you can do in this that you can't do in Prime Remastered. They're, like, different. So then I was looking at, like, different versions of Prime and, like, what's out there and what you can do for, like, sequence breaking and cool movement. And then I found this, which, again, I'll show off when we get to the main map. Does this game give you Shine Spark? It gives you something pretty close to it. It gives you something pretty close. This is the game's special edition? Yeah, basically like a Fusion special edition. Only even cooler. Because one of the main criticisms that I and Telekinistic Man have for the Prime series is that they don't have, like, the cool high-speed action and fun movement of the 2D Metroids. This fixes that. You'll see. You'll see. Rocket heals from Smash? No, it doesn't have that. Those are stupid. I'm alive, I am alive. I was sick with the COVID. Yeah, Sparky, that would be cool. There's a lot of stupid, pointless points of no return in Dread that I don't like. By the way, something I guess I'll explain. We have 5 minutes. It's tons of time, actually. How I killed that boss so fast. This isn't even like a mod or a glitch or anything. This is just in the game. Normally, you can shoot missiles really slowly because, you see, you gotta do that reload every time. But when you fire a missile and then you shoot, the beam goes back to normal mode, and then you can shoot a missile really fast. So you can do rapid missiles that way. That's just in the game. You can do that in Prime Remastered, too. Super cool. So an exploit? It's an exploit. They took it out in Prime 2, and I assume all the later games, unfortunately. I'm like, why you take out cool stuff? They weren't pointless because tons of people do get hopelessly lost in Dread. I guess, but even then, it just shows that it wasn't enough. They needed to do more hand-holding. It's because Dread, like, they try to guide the player with the intuitive map design, which I think they do really well. I don't know how people get lost. Instead of, like, a waypoint that says, go here. Which I think is more elegant and better, but it does mean the game is pretty rigid. They want me to have fun in the correct way. They didn't want that in Super Metroid. In that game, they're all about don't have fun in the correct way. You'd like a mod that reintroduces beam stacking? In this? I mean, I don't think that would really work, because the beams in this function more like different weapons. Kind of. Not that great, but kind of gets the job done for that. What is this version anyhow? Well, we're playing Prime Hack, but with an extra thing that you'll see when I show it off. I'm holding it off intentionally to leave y'all at the edge of your seat. and stupid explanation for no abilities anymore. Yeah, you got hit by an explosion. That's why. Which, you know, whatever. You don't need to explain it, but I don't mind the explanation. It's fine. By the way, I guess Ridley can breathe in space. Oh, well, congrats on your internship interview, Blue Star. Hey, that means you can still play games. You don't have to give that up. Meta Ridley is pretty cool. As an explanation of how Ridley is alive in Super Metroid, I'm okay with it. They mecha revived him, and I guess he regrew his body over time. Replayed Super Paper Mario as a game has such a good story. I don't know, they were going hard. It's good. Cancer, thank you very much. Been neglecting each other, haven't we, 420? Thank you, Cancer. Sorry, I was sick. Sorry. Am I gonna review Prime 4? Yes. Do I plan to cover Twilight Princess like the other Zeldas? Probably. Yo, the music in this game is so friggin' sick, by the way. Remember to drink water? I'm drinking water over right here. I'll take a sip right now. Okay. So it's time to show off the cool stuff that I'm using with this mod that I have enabled. So, number one, very minor thing in isolation that this mod does is it lets you do the side dashes without having to lock onto anything. It's just on a button, and I can just do it. So that's cool. But, the more significant thing that this does, so this mod is called the Source Movement mod, which overhauls the physics and controls of Metroid Prime to make it control like a Source engine game or a Quake game. So, for example, I have air strafing and bunny hopping, and as you can see, I speed up as I do it. And you can get going pretty fast if you can keep it up. And this lets you get around really quickly. This is sick. So here's the thing. Right there is the space jump, the double jump in this game. But I can't get it right now. But there is this weird thing when you try to get to your ship that they like give you a bunch of height so you can jump on it without the double jump. So if I could get over to that ledge, then I could get up there. And also, the side jump, you can use that to combo into some bunny hopping. And use that to get up here. Just like that. Metroid Prime Source, basically, yeah. And now I have the double jump early. He's cheating? I am absolutely cheating. And you know what? It's awesome and makes the game way more fun. And you can even stack these side jumps because they are additive to your movement, so you can just do a bunch of them. And go super crazy fast, and then incorporate double jumps. So I'm going to be doing that everywhere. Rare instance of cheating being more fun. I wouldn't even call this necessarily cheating, because a lot of this just feels like it's in the spirit of Super Metroid. Use advanced movement, like wall jumping or shine sparks or whatever, to get stuff early, save time, create different routing through the game. That's just Super Metroid. How do you bunny hop with a controller? You can just hold jump, and you'll bunny hop as soon as you hit the ground. And then, you know, you air strafe, you just turn sideways and move the camera sideways at the same time. It's not that hard. Incoming scan data. Oh yeah, that's the friggin' visor. I'm turning that off. I don't need no hints. The hints are just gonna slow me down. This is definitely cool, but you just can't play this over Prime Remastered because it's so ugly in comparison. I feel you, Sean, but trust me. Does it make the game too easy? I mean, Metroid Prime's not really hard to begin with, so I don't think it's really a problem. When are you supposed to get the double jump? After Fendrana Drifts. The first time you go to Fendrana Drifts, you come back, and then you get it. But I got it early. And with early double jump... Hold on. It's a little tight. I can get early missiles. And it actually works. You don't have to get the missile launcher. I just have missiles now. And this is the other thing. This is the real thing with this mod. You can rocket jump. So I can now do a whole bunch of shit and get stuff way earlier than you're supposed to. And now normally you're supposed to go over there to get missiles, so that way you can then come here to get Morph Ball, but I already have missiles. From Prime to Peak. You don't hurt yourself? No, the mod is configurable. It by default does hurt you, but I disabled that. So here's an example of what you can do with this. There's a trigger to do like a big arena fight to get the Morph Ball, but I could just skip it. Just like that. And then you're supposed to get the speed booster to get up here, but I can just get up here, get this missile pack, and then I do need the wave beam to keep going here. But yeah, as you can see, some pretty cool stuff. And we're going to be doing a lot of sequence breaks on this run. Do I think this is a little too much? I mean, you could argue it is, but you could also argue that this makes the game 10 times more fun. So when I review Prime 1, will be the old game or this version, I'll talk about both. I have footage of me playing Prime Remastered, just, you know, normal Prime, and then I'll talk about how this fucking makes the game 1,000 times better. I think this is the way to the lava room? Yeah, okay. I cannot, I can get across there, but I don't have what I need to keep going. Speedrunning time? Yeah, you can do this game way faster now, obviously. They should rename this Metroid Prime Cracked. Yeah, kinda. Oh yeah. A little bit of that. Because here's the thing. A lot of the platforming in Metroid Prime is really friggin' basic and not that interesting. So adding this and, like, skipping a bunch of it is like, oh, you're not doing the platforming. It's like, yeah, I'm not just jumping in a straight line to the platform. Oh no, I'm doing something infinitely cooler. Yeah. Hold on one sec. Okay, we're good. And because I've just been playing a lot of Metroid Prime, I know where to go. You thought I collapsed and died? No, that was the past month. How long was I gone for? Like 3 weeks? It's probably better as a novelty when you're bored, but on a first playthrough, you don't want this in any Metroid game? Well, for one, it's definitely not a novelty, because I've played several playthroughs like this, and it's definitely the only way I'm ever playing this game ever again. And two, I would say this is very much in the spirit of Metroid. 2D Metroid, Super Metroid, allows for all of this kind of stuff. This is just turning Metroid Prime into Super Metroid. Is it also messed up to use wall jumping to get things early in Super Metroid? Because that's built into the game. Platforming in this game is basic, yet the same team made some of the best platformers of all time. Yeah, it's really weird. It's because it's 2D. In 2D, you're allowed to ask for precision and be fast. In 3D, all players are babies, and you can't provide anything that resembles challenge. It's in the spirit of Super Metroid, but Prime is very different. Yeah, but this is better. The only thing that would make this better is if Samus could open doors with her mind. There you go. I have no idea what I'm in for with Prime 4. Yeah, no, they wanted Metroid to be slow and tanky, and clearly that's for the better. Because Prime 4, that's where it's at, right? Have I not played Prime 4 yet? No, I have not. By the way, I haven't even showed off all the new movement tech that this mod introduces. There's some crazy shit in here. It would be better if it had the baby. Oh god. Not that shit. After playing other M and all the 2D Metroids and now coming to Prime again, it's like, you know, it is a little different in what it's doing and going for, but it really, I think, does a very excellent job at capturing the spirit of the original Metroid games in 3D as a first-person shooter. You know, a little simpler, a little slower, a little more basic, but everything else is definitely there. Even some of the platforming design and stuff, I think, is... Or especially, like, Morph Ball sections, I feel like they got a lot of it pretty good. But the thing it was lacking, this mod now gives it. Why are the Imgur posts on my spreadsheet region locked? Are they region locked? I didn't know that. Is that a thing on Imgur? I'm gonna have to look into that later. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. What? There's no forgiving the Magmoor Caverns, though? What's wrong with Magmoor Caverns? Imgur's banned in the whole of your country? What? Why? How dare you have images? Okay, so here's another thing. I think this is the last piece of cool tech that this mod introduces. So in Prime, when you go in and out of Morph Ball, you can't do shit. In this, you can do anything. You can see I can fully move, which it looks weird as hell, but whatever. It's better for gameplay. And I can even jump when doing it, which means you can do, like, 2D Metroid stuff. Like, here I normally need the spider ball to get up here, but if you line it up right, I can actually get up this right now. Hold on. There we go. Just like that. I'm not actually going to go there right now because I need Wave Beam to continue on there, but yeah. Exactly, Laura. Super Metroid shit. That's what I'm talking about. You can do that in 4, actually? Really? Prime 4 has that of all things? Well, that's cool. Oh, wait, I lied. There is at least one more piece of cool movement tech in this. That's kind of a combination of other things that I'll show off later. Why wasn't the base game designed like this? I mean, the base game's controls. You could not do any of this. The original game has tank controls. Okay. This is where we get Charge Beam. Playing Prime 2 on GCM is one of the most torturous things you put yourself through. I also played Prime 2 while I was sick. I definitely do not like that game as much as Prime 1 at all, but I still enjoyed it for the most part. Definitely has problems, though. Where's that last thing? I think it's over here. Oh, God! Resident Evil 9 Requiem video? Well, I don't have it, and I probably won't be getting it anytime soon, so don't be anxiously anticipating it. Oh, God. I got stuck on the tentacle. Where's the Garden of Bonbon video? Shut up. When are they modding Bubsy 3 to get rid of tank controls? They did that, Von owns, in the friggin' re-release, and it's terrible. What the fuck, rocket jumping? Yep. That's the mod I'm playing with. It's awesome. You love the look of Prime 3, reminds you of Tak. Now that's a pull. Tak's a good looking game, though, for the time. Any interest in Fatal Frame 2? Not really. Those games have never really grabbed me much. Okay, so here's the last piece of cool movement tech. I may or may not be able to do this, but normally you need Spider Ball to get up here. And this is what I'm talking about, like, normally what do? You just have to come back to this room later when you have Spider Ball, go up the track, and then there's a missile pack up there. Boring! But you know what's cooler? Here's the thing. You can't get up here even with rocket jumps, it's too high. But what you can do is that when you switch into Morph Ball mode, the physics change a little bit, and you get, like, launched way higher. So watch this. If I do a rocket jump, that's how high I go. If I rocket jump and then go in a Morph Ball, you see I, like, hit the ceiling there. So, if I'm precise about it, it's possible to get up there. Oh, it's doable. I might run out of missiles before I get it. Yeah. Hold on. I can do it. I've done this a whopping 1 time. There we go. Got it. Hell yeah. Are you sure you should play Metroid Prime like this? Yes, that's fucking sick. Also, you can do side dash rocket jumps for less height and more horizontal speed, which is awesome. Does this movement mean you don't need the gravity suit? Yes, it does. You actually don't need a bunch of stuff with this. You don't need the speed ball, you don't need spider ball at all, you don't need grapple beam. You can skip all of that with this. Like Super Metroid lets you. This looks sick. What's this ROM hack called? This is a mod for Prime Hack. If you check my spreadsheet linked in the description, you will find it. Let's just skip all the interact button ones. It lets you skip a lot of that, yes. You know, that entire room. Pretty much just flew through. Well, that's fine, because the platforming in that room is not very interesting. Now all that's left is to make the combat fun. Manually aiming helps a lot. not using lock-on makes the game a lot more fun just with that. So, you know, not terrible. Should you play the vanilla first? Probably, because since the game is not designed for any of this, you can soft lock yourself. For example, this boss requires bombs. If you get here without bombs, which you can do with this mod, you're soft locked, and you have to restart. But it's not Doom levels of good? Well, what the heck? Well, that happened. I mean, it's pretty freaking good. Add momentum? This has momentum. Does anything like this exist for Prime 2? This same mod exists for Prime 2, yes. Not Prime 3, sadly. Yeah, this boss sucks. It's mostly cutscenes. That's the entire boss fight, pretty much. Bro, ran from FNAF 4? Damn right I did. We'll still do it. Yeah, that's true, Laura. You can also get soft lock with a special edition of Fusion. Yips. At least this movement lets you get this boss done faster. Is there a mod for this game that adds a spin dash? I mean, that's basically already in the game by default. Someone was asking for Sonic momentum, but you can literally go back and forth on half pipes. That's just a Metroid Prime feature. It's fun, Sparky. Definitely recommended. Here's a pro tip. Don't fight the, like, Chozo statue at the beginning of the game. Do it after you get super missiles. Because it sucks to fight that and Yakuza at the beginning without super missiles. Because their health bars are built for super missiles. So it takes forever with normal missiles. And the enemies in that area kill you in, like, one hit. Do I know about tech in the vanilla game? I know about it. I saw speedruns, but I don't know how to do any of it. That is true, though. A lot of what I'm doing, you can do in an alternate form in Original Prime with speedrun tech. Have I heard about the unbelievable success of Pokopia? Highest rated Switch 2 game on Metacritic somehow? I did not. I have not paid that game any attention. Has it sold well? Would I rank higher? DMC3 or Ninja Gaiden Black? Definitely DMC3, for sure. Have I played Okami? No, but I want to. I hear it's amazing. The issue is that it makes it so you gotta do 2 whole visits to Sector 2 to the exact area just for one boss, which can be a bit tedious. Yeah, but trying to do it all in one go sucks really badly, Laura. Does it look like Brian likes Pokemon and cozy games? I like some cozy games. I just like ones that have gameplay. Samus's face at this also doesn't look super good when it zooms in on the visor. So basically none of them. There's like 2 or 3 that have gameplay. It's kind of weird how Samus's like iconic default look isn't even her default look in most games. It's an upgrade you have to get. Yeah. Time for another cool thing. So, you have to come back here way later with the spider ball, and you can only come this way because the normal entrance is blocked, to get one of the thingies. But going there, like, going down this shaft is what changes the state of that room. So now I can come back here right now and get the thingy without having to fucking backtrack later. Have I ever tried Urban Rain? I have played it, but not very much. It fucking kicked my ass when I tried to play it many years ago. I want to give it another try. Thoughts on the Toy Story 2 PS1 game? Never played it. This is weird, by the way. I don't... Why are these Chozo ghosts? Why are there ghosts in Metroid? What's the hardest game I've ever played? Bleh. Doing DMC3 Dante Must Die with no healing items was really friggin' hard. Ninja Gaiden Black, honestly, is insanely hard. I couldn't beat the first level on hard mode on that game, and that's not even the highest difficulty, or very hard. Maybe not the hardest thing in the world, I just got tired of it. Punch-Out on Wii, the title defense, I gave up at Bald Bull. But that's kind of just because I find Punch-Out gets annoying when it gets hard, because it's a lot of trial and error and memorization, and it gets annoying. Man, these guys take forever to kill when you don't have super missiles. Streets of Rage is very hard. Yeah, it is, but I definitely played harder. Ah. Have I played Silksong yet? No. I played Scylla Sybil. That's a really fucking hard game. Okay, one left. Where are you at? Where did you go? There, finally. Mega Man 1 is stupidly unreasonably hard towards the end. I mean, it's hard, but I've certainly played harder games than that. That's the first of those. We're supposed to get that way later on in the game. I always sound sick, so you don't notice the difference? Thanks. I don't think there's... Nah, there's nothing in this room now. And this is the way to Magmoor Caverns. But first, I'm going to loop around and get some items. You hope everyone purchases Shinobi Art of Vengeance out of sympathy? I'm definitely going to get it. My voice sounds the same as usual. Does it? I feel like I should be upset by this. I gotta get my nose problems fixed. Shinobi 3D is very hard. Oh yeah, that game is quite hard. That's a cool game. Underrated. Underrated Shinobi game, the 3DS one. Look at that, they ask you to do some friggin' bomb jumps in these games. It's legit. That's some real Metroiding right there. How was Ninja Gaiden 4? I don't know, I haven't played it. Have I played Shinobi PS2? Yes, that game is awesome. Except the final boss is the most terrible piece of garbage ever. You know, this is normally where I would get missiles. But I didn't go this way before. One, because I didn't need it. But two, because there's a bunch of stuff you can only get here once you have Morph Ball. Now I have Morph Ball, so I can freaking get around more efficiently. How many times are infinite bomb jumps ever asked in a Metroid game? I mean, never. They never ask you to do an infinite bomb jump, but you can do it. At most, they ask you to do, like, one airborne bomb jump, but never more than that. Will I play Ultra Kill when it fully releases and review it? Probably. At this point, Sega isn't going to release the rest of those revival games after Shinobi. Yeah, that's probably a good point. If they were disappointed with the sales of Art of Vengeance after it being super ultra high quality, what are the chances of good sales for a new Golden Axe? I don't think people really care that much. Oh yeah, you can also skip cutscenes in this. I haven't been doing it, but you can do it. Saves time, it's good. All the things. Look at this efficient exploration, a la Super Metroid. Now it's time for this boss. Is this GameCube ROM and Prime Trilogy? You gotta use the original unpatched Metroid Prime 1, because there was like a revision of it. Gotta use version 1. The friggin' pathway jingle. Yeah, Telekinestic Man pointed out that Prime kinda has a lot of Zelda elements to it, with the jingle for when you solve a puzzle and the relatively basic gameplay compared to 2D Metroid. And he's super right. Especially Prime 2, because Prime 2, it's like not like a big interconnected map, it's like areas, and each area is like a Zelda dungeon, basically, and how it's designed. Part of the reason I don't like it as much as this one. Not the most exciting boss in the world. They rewrote the entire Chozo lore for Revision 2. The original was massive plot holes and a bunch of nonsense. Wow. They Star Wars Special Editioned it. Except they didn't make it worse, maybe. So many jingles. Prime 4 is almost entirely a Zelda clone. Yeah, I guess the desert is basically like Hyrule Field and Ocarina of Time, right? Man, that's so wrong. Don't do that. Bad. Alright, now we head to Magmoor Caverns. Have I played Lies of P? No. Not really interested in it, to be honest. I hear it's really good, but it just looks like a Bloodborne knockoff. Imagine a worse Hyrule Field in a game from 2026. Yeah. I mean, because in the interview, they're like, oh, we thought that we would have to put some Breath of the Wild elements in Metroid. And it's like, no one thought that. Zero Metroid fans were asking for that. People wanted 3D Zelda and the Monkey's Paw Curled. Yeah, you got that in the form of a new Metroid game. Yo, the music in Magmoor Caverns is crazy. Hey Alexa, I'm doing well, recovering from sickness, which is why I was gone. Should add Miles into the game with mods. Yeah, play as Miles McKenzie. That's what the people want. Nintendo wants everything to be Breath of the Wild. I know people say that, and I get where they're coming from. But, like, you know, there was Metroid Dread, there was Kirby in the Forgotten Land, there was Luigi's Mansion 3. They've still been making a lot of their series true to how they are. Oh yeah, don't have to do this, because I have double jump at this point. Which is fine. It's just a basic morph ball thing. Oh yeah, okay, this room has a thingy here. Ugh. How high would Mega Mix Mania rank in my tier list? I only played it the one time on stream. I haven't touched it since. I don't know. I'm not, like, super in love with it. It seems good, but I'm just not that enthused. Am I playing with keyboard and mouse or controller? I'm playing with controller. You beat Echoes of Wisdom, that game rules. That game does rule. That game might be my favorite 2D Zelda. I think it's awesome. Let go of me, you friggin' stupid thing. Bro's got to enable motion controls for the ultimate experience. I'm good like this. You normally need X-ray visor for that, because there's, like, invisible platforms around here somewhere. Every game should just be Breath of the Wild now. According to Nintendo, that's the case. You prefer Minish Cap because the summons do get old eventually? You know, that's true. They do kind of, like, run their course. But I still found the game very fun overall. Ah! This game's more pleasing to look at than most modern games. I mean, you say that, but Prime Remastered does look 1,000 times better. I know people bitch and whine about all the remasters nowadays, but that's one example where they did everything right. On to Phendrana Drifts. Grading beds runs its course after 20 hours. Yeah, kinda. But the game was only 20 hours long anyway, so there you go. Plus you get other stuff to mess around with. You learn how to fly in that game using the wind sphere things. That's cool. Also, godlike music. Is that removing all the speedrun tech in Remaster? That's true. Enrica, thank you. Weird how Prime 2 and 3 haven't been remastered? I mean, I don't think it's that weird. Firstly, they wanted to do Prime 1 first, to see how it would do. Secondly, Prime 1 is the best of the original trilogy, so that also makes sense. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of bullshit here to do. We're gonna do that later. For now, we're just gonna skip to right here. Normally, I'd have to go to all those rooms and it would loop back around to here. But, whatever. Oh wait, no, actually, that wouldn't even be right. I'd have to go there to get the speed booster, so I could then leave, go get the double jump, and then come here. That's what you normally do here. You thought Okami was boring, Telekinestic Man? We'll see. You know, it's like a traditional Zelda, which I like, so I'm interested. Rocket jumps, indeed. What about the boring, pointless backtracking? There is a lot of backtracking in this game that feels very needless, where it's literally just like the game just makes you go back to pick up one item to then come back exactly where you were. And you're like, do we have to do that? That's kind of dumb. These guys are more fun when you don't lock on and you can aim and move, because you can jump over them and shoot like that. See, that improves the combat. Yeah, look at that. You genuinely backtrack through it about 6 times? Yeah, Magmoor Caverns, how much you have to backtrack through. But playing like this, with efficient routing that I've developed over several runs, we're going to do very little of that. That's probably my biggest criticism of, like, default Metroid Prime is, yeah, a lot of needless backtracking. There we go. That and a lot of bosses have way too much health. The last boss in particular, Metroid Prime, sucks really badly. It's a crappy boss. You know, this mod is Ultra Kill Metroid Prime Edition. I mean, really, it's Quake Metroid Prime Edition. Or Metroid Prime Quake Edition, I guess would be the best way to put it. Also, just the thing I like about Prime Hack and, you know, emulation and customizable controls. The way I have beam switching on this is literally just Doom 2016 style weapon switching. I hold right bumper and then right stick to point at which beam I want, which is really cool. Also, you know, I have shooting on right trigger, because by default, Metroid Prime, you shoot with the A button. Like, what the fuck? Is the game fun without mods? Yes. Metroid Prime is a very fun game on its own. But this elevates it to a friggin' awesome game. Alright. We're actually gonna leave now. We're gonna come back later. It was a different time. It's true. I mean, that's how RE4 is. You aim with right trigger and then shoot with A. And it works in that. It feels good there. The dash jumping is very Ultra Kill-like. It's also kind of like Doom Eternal. I have it on the same button, too. I have it on B. To do the air dashes. The GameCube triggers would not feel good for shooting. I mean, that's true. That's also why the game has, like, the tank controls and its weird camera system. Because they're like, the C-stick is a piece of garbage. We can't ask players to use that. So normally we would not have left Phendrana Drifts. We would have stayed there and done a whole lot more stuff. But, I got plans. Plans that have me breaking the sequence. Oh yeah, that. Can I get that from here? Oh, it's so gettable. It's so gettable. Hold on. Hold on, it's super gettable. Oh my god. Okay, you need to be dead. There we go. Got it. Hell yeah. I guess I could have just done it the normal way, because it's right here. Whatever. That was cool. Quake was inspired by Sonic Generations. That's true. Where does this go to? Talon Overworld? Yes, this is where I want to go. Prime 2 would be brutal on a Pro Controller? Why? You don't really know why this mod is called Source Movement, because all this movement stuff is from Quake. The GameCube original mapped to a Pro Controller? Oh yeah, that would fuck people up. But you just remap stuff. Oh, you know what? There's something here I can get right now. Because there's invisible platforms here. But I don't need your invisible platforms, because right in there is another missile pack that I couldn't even see. But I got it. Source basically started as a Quake mod, right? Something like that. Well, what started was Valve was like making their games were just Quake mods. And then they moved on from mods to making their own original games. So they made Source Engine, and they made sure that it had the same movement features of Source Engine, or of Quake Engine. Do the out of bounds? I don't know how to do any of the out of bounds stuff. A lot of people think Dread doesn't come close to the atmosphere of Prime games. I mean, yeah, I would agree with that. The Prime games have extremely good atmosphere. Get up there. There we go. All video games were inspired by FNAF 4, if you think about it. He's not wrong. This way. Thoughts on the Mother Brain boss in Zero Mission? That's good. It's a fine enough boss. I'm going up there. Makes backtracking in this game a lot better, because you can do it real fast. And get stuck on geometry sometimes. Yep, fuck you. Can't believe FNAF is to blame for your Overwatch addiction. I mean, that's just on you. Alright, now it's time to get up here. I actually did it, I think, and then I fucked myself. Come on. In case anyone doesn't know what we're doing, we're gonna get the Ice Beam right now, and then immediately go back to Magmoor Caverns and get the Plasma Beam, and then we pretty much have everything we need to, like, clear out each area as we go to it on first visit. Ow, come on! Just walk up the spider track. I don't have the spider ball. There we go. See, it's also fun, though, because it introduces, like, genuinely hard platforming into Metroid Prime that takes several tries. It's cool. Speaking of, there's a missile pack up there, and I have not been able to get it. I've tried. I can get up to here, no problem. But then pulling off the same trick here... Oh my god, first of all, you get hit by these little fuckers. and then you fall off. Okay. Fuck it. I'll come back with the actual spider ball for that one. Zero Mission still my favorite. Did Super and Dread dethrone it? Not Super, but Dread maybe. Because Dread's really fucking phenomenal. Oh yeah, I need a super missile for this, right? Yes. Because you gotta, like, do a ramp back and forth to, like, hit those switches. But, if you look at it, that's just exposed. Hold on. It's so doable. Too high. Come on, fuck. Got it. Didn't even do it how I was trying to do it, but I did it. Fuck yeah. So awesome. Explain why I don't like God of War. The combat is not very interesting. Oh yeah, Telekinetic Man and I were talking about it. He shares my opinion. My fucked up, incorrect opinion about Sin and Punishment Star Successor. Not as good as the first one. Dude, Telekinetic Man, you're gonna start God Hand tonight? Fuck yeah. That game's amazing. I seriously gotta stream it. Come on. Show yourself, you bastard. I missed. Yeah, they do like two movements. They do one invisible movement and then like a second movement. Sometimes. You hope I'm not doing hard? No, I'm not playing on hard mode. I like the double damage of hard mode, but I do not like the fact that you take half damage. Or that you deal half damage, because again, some of those bosses have way too much fucking health. Oh, yeah. I can't do this, because he's gotta bowl me, but that should be fine. He's gotta get up there. Get up there! Damn it. Hold on. Oh, so close. I think I hit the ceiling on that one. Might be too small for me to fit there without being in Morph Ball. I think I could stand there, probably. Come on! No, I don't think I can. I'm gonna run out of missiles at this rate. Oops. I want to see if I can just do one rocket jump. There we go. So, you know, this rocket jumping instead of the usual strats is fucking you up. It's so cool! Bosses aren't spongy. Or, Prime 2 isn't hard. Isn't so bad on hard. Bosses aren't spongy, they just hit hard. I never tried hard mode on Prime 2, just because I had such a bad experience playing this one on hard. It is canon that the Chozo love bowling. Yeah, there we go. Oops. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a missile room right here. I could use a refill. Did I ever beat Vanquish on God Hard? No, absolutely not. Oh yeah, this is a whole thing where I'm supposed to have Speedball. Whatever. Wrong room. Ninja Gaiden 4 DLC just came out. Well, that's cool. Alright, got Ice Beam now. I think this way is not the way to go. Talon Overworld South. I think that's a dead end right now. That leads to after the sunken ship, which you can just not do in this, by the way. You can just skip the sunken ship entirely. But we'll do it because it's cool. The Chozo artifacts are there for padding. I mean, that's pretty obvious. And unnecessary, because the game is a fine length. They did not need that. You hate the Chozo artifacts Prime 1, but they're cool in randomizer? They're fine in this, because you can get all of them on the way. With just a little bit of smart routing. Which you can actually do in this. Which you can't do in Prime 1. Because the game's too rigid to allow routing. The dark keys in Prime 2 are much worse. Yeah, they definitely are. Those things, no matter what, you gotta do a big endgame backtrack. No way around it. Honestly, I could do this right now if I wanted. I could do the sunken ship. Actually, no, I can't. Because I don't have the UV visor. Hold still, fucker. Holy shit. Their movement is crazy. I can get this, though. You can still do it without UV visor, it's just more difficult. Really? I guess you just have to know the locations of all the switches, which I definitely don't. And I will not have chat try to tell me, okay, go here. No, you missed it. It's back over there. Because I know that would be a fucking nightmare. Metroid Vanguard next stream? What was that? Back this way. I don't think I actually have to go this way, but I will. Just to clear the OCD map. It's the SRB2 mod? Oh, okay. I've never messed around with that. Because it's just Samus playable in SRB2, right? I would want, like, you know, maps tailored to her. Okay. No, not back there. Now we head back to Magmoor Caverns. You like how both visor upgrades are skippable? They're not, aren't they? Don't you need them to kill Metroid Prime? Or can you still damage it even if you can't see it? Because I know the like big space pirate that gives you the Phazon suit, you cannot damage it if you don't have the X-ray visor. Because maybe I tried to sequence break and skip the X-ray visor and then I found that I couldn't hit it. There are some new levels? Okay. No wait. Going this way. Oh yeah, here's another good example of just like, yeah, I'm not playing as intended, but this is better. Because normally you just get on the spider ball track and just follow it to the end. Boring! This is better. What will I stream next? It's either going to be more Metroid, maybe Prime 2, maybe back to 2D Metroid, I don't know. Or FNAF 4 when I finally muster the tolerance to do it. Here we are. This room. Where do I need to... It's just up here? Oh, no, 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 it's that. It's that right there. Hold on. Okay, it's there. Aha! Aha! So sick. You've been telling me to stream FNAF 4, just doesn't get to it? I don't wanna. Okay, now here's an example of a skip that you might be like, oh, that's too much. Because this is actually a cool Spider Ball section. This is literally better Spider Ball gameplay than anything in any version of Metroid 2. But, like this, I can get the Plasma Beam right now. Hell yeah. Now we head back to Phendrana Drifts. Which is this way? Yes. The Spider Ball was just a stupid idea in 2D? It was. It was a stupid idea. It works better in 3D, actually. It works much better in these Prime games. Yeah, do you really need to see this version of Metroid Prime if you like sick movement? Blech. Whatever. Just go through the lava. Who cares? This game might be more interesting if you did like a no save stations run. So that way you couldn't just be super careless. Wish the community would put some of this talent into addressing Other M. I don't think Other M can be fixed. I mean, you'd have to just completely change the level design. Ow, ow, ow. Jesus. Those turrets mean business. Alrighty. Why is Samus moving like Soldier from TF2? It's a mod I'm using. It's awesome. Build a whole new game but preserve the beautiful, powerful story. Yeah, that too. That's also unsalvageable. Alright. So now that we have all of the things that we have, we can do stuff like this. Get that. Alright, later on, Rika. Have a good night. Then get this thingy way early. Oh wait, I gotta get up in this thing. There's almost no reason to swap from Plasma Beam until you see a dumb colored door. This mod has movement tech to prime? Yes. There is actually, because you can do fast missiles only with the power beam. Because when you fire a missile, it has to, like, transform back to the beam. So it slows it down. Do super missiles have even higher rocket jump height? No, they do not. That would be cool, but no. So got a bunch of these things early. Also, I'm, like, close to dying, actually. Okay. Gotta be careful now. Actually, there's a save point right around over there. There we go. What are some of the coolest GBA/GC and Wii games I play? You know, the usual suspects. I don't know. What's like an underrated cool GBA or Wii game or something? Mad World, Platinum's first game. That's a cool game. Is this Metroid Prime but fun? I'd say Metroid Prime but more fun. You want to try Mad World? Play God Hand first, Telekinetic Man, because Mad World is kind of, sort of, technically, but not really, a spiritual successor to God Hand. Aw. You see what I see, right? Come on. You can do it. Get up there, woman. What's the mod called? It is called Source Movement for Prime Hack. Oh, I see what the problem is. It's because I'm not fully transformed and I'm hitting my head on the ceiling. So you gotta time it, just like that. It's in the spreadsheet, Mikester. I don't think there's anything else in this room. Fuck. Little bugoids. They put Metroid on the Source Engine. They put Source Engine in Metroid. I don't even know how you do this as a mod. Like, completely rewrite the physics and, like, add, like, very specific quirks of a different engine. But it's cool. Also, because of early Plasma Beam, looky at this. Got early power bombs. I don't think there's anything else around. Wait a minute. I just remembered something. Was it back in the previous room? I think there is something in there. Trying to remember from all my previous playthroughs. They added Mario 64 to Generations. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I remembered. I need that missile pack. What if I run out? Which is actually a realistic thing that can happen in this. Because you use a lot more missiles for rocket jumping. You know how to get early power bombs and criteria right after Power Grip in ZM? I know you can get early power bombs in ZM. Well, in Zero Mission in general, maybe? I'm not sure. In criteria. But don't you need Speed Booster for that? How do you do it that early? Next stream is Metroid Pinball, right? I wasn't planning on it, to be honest. Alrighty. Get this thing? Fuck. Extremist Sonic Smurfs collab? Is that a thing? Just do Kraid without the grip? What? I mean, I've done that. I don't know what you're talking about, how that gets you power bombs early. Don't worry, it's real. I've been out of the Sonic loop for a while. I haven't really been paying attention to what's going on at all. Oops, sorry, hit the mic. I was scratching my nose. So yeah, normally you would have come here the first time, got Speed Booster, and then left. Then go get Double Jump, come back, get Wave Beam, and now go here. And now we're here. Tangle and Whisper have voices now? Oh yeah, I did see that, and I did listen to their voices. They're fine. They're good for the characters, I think. They fit. Get in the friggin' hole! These physics make the game like 5 hours long, right? I think my fastest time was under 3 hours. I mean, I'm also trying to, like, get everything. If you just wanted to blast through the game, you could probably do it in, like, hour and a half like this. I mean, I don't know how long a normal Metroid Prime speedrun is. An actual speedrunner could probably do it even faster. Gemerald and Vanilla have voices now, and that Infinite is back? No, I didn't know any of that. Vanilla already had a voice, though. She's, voiced in Sonic X. Are we cleaning house right now? That's right. You've also not listened to Chaotix Files, you just don't care? Yeah, I'm just not interested. Dragonclaw, I know about Liza P, and I know that everyone thinks it's an awesome Souls-like. But I'm just really not interested. I haven't even played all the FromSoft Souls-likes yet. Wait, why am I not using this? See, isn't manually aiming more fun? Souls-likes as a genre honestly just doesn't really interest me that much because the vast majority of them are just like, but I already played Dark Souls. What do I need to play your game for? It's just Dark Souls again. 90% of them even have the same, like, aesthetic as the Souls games, where it's, like, dark fantasy, whatever bullshit. Like Liza P. Like, it looks fucking just like Bloodborne. It's like, I don't need another Bloodborne. That's why I liked Another Crab's Treasure, because it was actually different. It had 3D platforming elements, and it was silly. Have I seen the new cool Scott Pilgrim game? I have. It looks cool. It looks good. I don't know shit about Scott Pilgrim, but I know about good beat-em-ups, and it looks like one of them. Oh yeah, this I need super missiles for. There's a missile in there. Project ZM just added a bunch of cool Shine Spark stuff. Oh, is it recently updated? That's cool. There are some other Souls-likes that I do want to play. I just haven't gotten around to it. Like the Nioh games, you know? That's Team Ninja. That's a competent action game developer, so you know it's good. Although Nioh does have all that fucking item bullshit that I hate. But I played the demo of the first one, and I thought it was really good. Behold a vertical door. It's true. Those are a staple in 2D Metroid. Fight and Rage is so fun good. Haven't played that yet, but I really want to. Honestly, I've kind of been in a bit of a beat-em-up mood. Like, maybe after Metroid and Mega Man, I'll go on a little beat-em-up binge on the channel. I might. Falconistic Man, play Streets of Rage 4. That is the beat-em-up. He might, he won't. You never know. Oh yeah, Sonic Tamashi, I saw that. Core the Hedgehog. I obviously haven't played it yet. Has anyone played it? Is it any good? Have I played Ninja Gaiden 4? Nope. I'll get around to it one day. Maybe. You find it hard to like most of these new beat-em-ups? Only Absalom did it for you? I haven't played much Absalom, but I do have it, and it is awesome. Skipping a bunch of basic-ass platforming. And bam, we got super missiles. I should do some character action streams / vids. Definitely no streams. Because character action games are very hard to play and talk to chat. Vids definitely going to happen eventually. Laura, is that all like new from a recent update for Project ZM? That's cool. If you stream action games, you have to reveal how many attempts it takes to get a cool combo. Well, I don't do, like, fancy practiced combos in character action games. I just freestyle it. It's been there for a while, but super cool shit. It is super cool shit. This is obviously a lot easier than it's supposed to be because I have the plasma beam really early, but whatever. Am I going to stream Sonic Advance 3 when the decomp comes out? I'll stream all of them when their decomps come out. I know Advance 2. This is the current project. Ah, yes. I think you need power bombs to break this fucking glass for some reason. Ice can be melted. Oh, okay. So I can use this now to get it. Don't even need that, though. Because if you rocket jump, there's a barrier here that prevents you from shooting that. But you can see the barrier stops. So if you just get high enough. Blamzos. This team gives you boredom PTSD from all these dang fights. Well, this fixes that, because now the fights take significantly less time. Because you can plasma beam them all, and kill them fast, and, if you just learn the fast missiles, that also helps. Now I don't have to come back here. Don't have to come back here later. Sorry, voice sick problems. Miles would make this less boring. He's a riot. Shut up. You shut up right now. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. Drink water? I just did. Oh my god. It's Samus. Have I seen / played Frontiers Revisited? I've seen it. I've not played it. Who's Miles? Someone from Other M? From Prime 4. Sorry. Hey guys, I killed your Metroid. Hello. Yep. Yep. Get up there. Is Adam in this? No, thankfully this was before Adam was invented. And thankfully it's unrelated to all that terrible shit. Because it was made by filthy Americans. Filthy Texans wearing their 10-gallon hats. What's wrong with Miles? That he is Marvel cringe incarnate. Miles is one of the least bad characters in Prime 4, actually. I'll have to see for myself when I play. Okay, that did not sound friendly. God. Kill me now. Make it end. Adam was born in Fusion. Yeah. And it's still not great there, but it's the least bad. And there's some good elements to him in that game. And I guess Dread kind of utilizes Adam as a plot point well. What's a tip to escape the draft? What are you saying? So yeah, in this part of the game, you're supposed to use the UV visor to go back through the area, because it's all dark now. But it's mostly just going back through and doing way too much fights against space pirates, and I can go this way now. This is a massive sequence break. Massive. I'm actually gonna go back, though. Oh, look at this. Cleaning up all the items in one go. Gotta love it. There's an elevator here to Magmoor Caverns South. Okay. Okay, this boss kind of sucks. Not kind of. It just does. Have I played any of the Wario Land games? Very little. I never really got into them. This is one of those bosses that has too much health. Although fast missiles makes it better. How fast and snappy the scanning is here? That's just normal Prime scanning. Wario Land 4 on the GBA. I know that one is like what inspired Pizza Tower and Anton Blast and all that shit. Still, only played it like a tiny bit. Yeah, that's better. Don't want to waste missiles while it's hard to hit like this. But if I could get in some shots. And again, manual aiming makes this more fun. Lots of stuff in Prime is very slow for some reason. Yeah, it's just how it is. 3D games. Can make it action-packed and intense. Has to be super basic for some reason. It's hard to get that arm piece when it's right there. Is this Prime Hack or another mod of Prime? It is Prime Hack with an extra mod on top of it for cool movement. There we go. Oh yeah, and then this incredibly stupid attack where I can literally just stand still and avoid it. Like, what is this? Greedy was still young and nauseating for people. Again, though, Quake was already out. It's just kind of an interesting thing to me, how, like, the world of PC gaming and console gaming, they were like two separate universes for a long time. I'm about to run out of missiles. I guess I'll switch to Plasma Beam for now. You gonna do that shit again? No. Yeah, and fighting this thing, like, normally, not using fast missiles, it's already taken forever. This boss sucks. He's not doing it again, is it? Oh my god. Fucking sitting here doing nothing. Damn, I hit that. By the way, we haven't really talked about, you know, what's happening in the story. Because there's not really that much story to this game. It's more so lore, which I think is good for what it is. You know, the Phazon coming and fucking things up in the Meteor and the Space Pirates trying to use it to make super soldiers. That's all fine. And I actually really like Phazon. It's a sci-fi concept that I find is very cool, like evil liquid that just fucks everything up. Like Emulsion in Gears of War is the same thing. Alright, now we have Spider Ball. Will I use it a single time? Who knows? I think of at least one instance I'll use it. This and Prime 2 have very rad stories. I don't remember Prime 2. It's just like the Luminoth. And they're like, our planet is split apart. Samus, save us. But I didn't read any of the lore. I'll have to do that later. Right, caring about lore while his Chad doesn't. You know, it's alright. There's just like a thing going on in the background just to add context to what's happening. I don't mind that. Ah, what? Didn't mean to do that. I realized I didn't have to go this way, actually, because we're going to be coming back. These fucking robots are such a pain in the ass, because you just can't avoid their shots. They have fucking hit scan. Dark Samus and Federation. Well, I was thinking about it when I was playing Metroid Prime 2. Dark Samus has, like, nothing to do with anything. Dark Samus is just coincidentally at that same planet at the same time. Dark Samus is not what caused the problem. Dark Samus is not involved in the main conflict. Dark Samus is just also there. I remember thinking all the stuff with the meteors and the planet of Phazon in Prime 3 was really cool. And there, Dark Samus actually is doing a thing. And is involved in the story in some way. What? Let me tell you how much I came to hate you. Yeah, it's literally... Well, she's there, like, independent of Samus. Dark Samus is there just to collect Phazon, and you happen to show up on the same planet. And I do find it weird that Dark Samus, like, has an evil laugh. Like, multiple times in the game, Dark Samus, like, impedes your progress and then laughs evilly. Like, isn't Dark Samus Metroid Prime? Why does this, like, weird alien goo have, like, a dark, twisted sense of humor? That seems odd to me. You mean the story is inspired by the Dark Crystal? I've never seen the Dark Crystal. I assume it was, like, just in general going for just a light-dark thing, because they got Dark Samus, so they're like, you know, the light and the dark, dark world, light Samus is you, Dark Samus is the bad Samus, all that. But they don't really do anything with that. Like, thematically, it's not about you have to accept the darkness in you as a part of who you are or whatever. It's just like darkness is evil. Just defeat the darkness, because light is good. And you're like, okay, whatever. And here, we have another big ol' sequence break. This is weird also. This is the only time in the game they do something like this. That there's an invisible wall that you can only see through with the UV visor. Very strange. Is Metroid Prime even a Metroid? I think so. It's kind of vague how it even happens. I don't fucking know, man. By the way, we're not supposed to be here. At this point in the game, you're supposed to be here way later. But I'm here now. What are you gonna do about it, video game? The Metroid Prime has no lore or logic, it's never properly explained. No, it's literally just like, yeah, Metroid got on the meteor whatever with all the Phazon, and just started consuming a bunch of Phazon and turned into a monster. That's it. That's Metroid Prime. It's not like the cause of the problem. It's not related to it. It's just like coincidentally this also happened and it's a big monster. Kill it. It's so dumb. I don't think there's anything in this room. Maybe this? Did I destroy that? Spawns Metroids, so you guess? Yeah, it does spawn Metroids, so presumably that means it's a Metroid. But how are there even Metroids on Talon 4? The Space Pirate logs say that they brought the Metroids here from Zebes. So how did that happen? Dark Samus and Metroid Prime are the same character, that's what you're hearing? I think they are, right? Pretty sure? Has Metroid storytelling always been asked? No, it's actually good in a lot of the games. Prime, less so. And then it turned into Goth Girl Rival. Yeah, but she's also, like, transparent and all, like, you can see her organs and stuff. Maybe some people are into that. Why are Metroids on phase? Wait, are Metroids on phase at Prime 3? Did Dark Samus bring them there? Maybe? I don't fucking know. Yeah. Yes. It's a missile pack. I want it. I think normally you're supposed to use like a plasma beam. Yeah, and there's a grapple point. Well, whatevs. Prime 3 final boss is such a wimp. Honestly, I'll take that. The final bosses in these games, in general, are not very good. In retrospect, talking about it, it's kind of weird that Metroid Prime is like, you know, the title of this game. When it's like, Metroid Prime is an incidental monster that is not really very important at all. Kind of weird. I think we are pretty much done with Fendrana Drifts. I'm actually gonna go back the way I came, though. Oops. Almost fucked that up. I fucked it up. Okay, you two are annoying me. So it is up here. There we go. Highly recommend clicking the sticks to GL and GR for Prime 4. Feels super good. Yeah, man, I'll probably fuck around with the controls. Yeah, I'm not going to go this way into Magmoor Caverns. I'm going to go the long way. Because there's stuff to get along the way. And that'll bring me closer to where I need to go next anyway. It's just what happens when your series is named after a single enemy type. It's true, but at least Metroids in Metroid are the crux of everything. In all the main games. Other M, not really, but Other M is just Other M, so it's all bad. Metroids have virtually nothing to do with Prime 4. They're in it, though, right? Because Silux made Metroids, or... No, he captured one before Zebes blew up or something? Or SR-38? Or whatever? I don't fucking know. The villain in Other M is the writer. That would be Sakamoto, creator of Samus herself. Just coming back here for that one missile pack. Out of my way. Just want this. This is probably not going to be a 100% run because I'm almost certainly going to forget stuff. I never even found everything to begin with. But I'm going to get as much as I can. How do you think I would make a perfect Prime or 3D Metroid in general? I mean, honestly, I think this is pretty good for Prime. Better combat, better weapons, and this movement. And you got all I ever want out of Prime. Blech. 3D Metroid in general, I would say I would want it to maintain the focus of 2D Metroid in terms of, like, movement being a big emphasis. Less so on, like, combat. You know, like in 2D Metroid, there's very few enemies that you sit there and fight for an extended period of time. They very rarely, like, lock you in a room and say kill all the enemies. Most of the enemies are just, like, obstacles to get in your way and slow you down. That's something that Prime does differently. They do it a little bit, though. They do have enemies that, like, get in your way. But a lot of the enemies are, like, sit there and fight at it. Shoot it. Dark Samus isn't even a character. Well, neither is the SAX, to be fair. Question for chat. I feel like I know the answer because you're all biased as fuck. SAX or Dark Samus? SAX is, like, better utilized story-wise and thematically, but Dark Samus has a way better design. Whichever one is the goth. Well, that would be Dark Samus. SAX just looks like Samus. Although, you know, they retconned in Dread that the SAX are like, you know, this black, evil goo stuff. I bet you if they redid the SAX, they would make the SAX look super, like, evil and cool. So maybe it could be your goth Samus. You died. Come over here. Get me some of this. SAX is creepier? That's definitely true. Dark Samus is not scary in any way. They don't depict it that way. Her... It's technically not a lady. It's an alien goo blob shaped like a lady. Should we call Dark Samus a her or not? I'm not sure. Which way am I going? Actually the other way right now. Because I want to do this. And get this extremely useless weapon. Actually, I think this thing does a lot of damage. I don't remember. This is just Prime Hack. This is Prime Hack with source movement, so I can rocket jump. Can't do that in normal Prime Hack. Okay, this way to Talon Overworld? Yeah, this is where we're going. You choose neither? You'd pick the Emmy in Dread? The rumor is Mercury Steam's working on a remake of Super Metroid? Why? If there's any Metroid game that needs a remake, which honestly, I don't even think any Metroid games need remakes at this point. It's certainly not fucking Super Metroid. Just make Metroid 6. What are you fuckers doing? Oh, shit. I'm out of missiles. Okay, that's fine. I can just intuit where the invisible platforms are. Oh, wait. Missiles. No! Can I just get up here? There we go. So people wouldn't go wild for a Prime Hunters remake? We don't need to remake Prime Hunters. You can just leave that game forgotten forever. That's fine. Super Redux got you covered. What are y'all doing? Exactly. That's literally all you need. Perfect. I can stop at the ship, refill my missiles. First player that runs out of missiles in Metroid Prime. It's because of all the rocket jumping. Okay, at this point I want to go this way, I believe. This is the way to Sunken ship. Oh, this way. I walked past the doorway. This part is cool, because you go through the frigate Orpheon at the beginning of the game, and it crashes. You don't see it crash, which is a little weird, but you do come back here. Now it's sunken. Praying to God like Topher Grace in Spider-Man 3. I love Spider-Man 3. Yeah, Sparky, I agree. I mean, this game is basically like 3D Super Metroid. Very clearly, they're trying to mimic it. And you know what? They pull it off really well. Even this stuff, like, the UV visor stuff is pretty basic, but when you think about it, it's like, well, in the 2D games, the wave beam can shoot through walls to, like, activate switches on the other side. But you can't see through walls in 3D. This lets you see through walls. This theme, it is fucking amazing. The music in this game is unbelievably good. Isn't Prime a remake of Super? No, it's just heavily inspired by it. There's no Fantoon fight here. Spider-Man Web of Shadows stream when? No plans at the moment. Sorry. I forgot. This whole section is all about this fucking UV visor shit. This confused me when I first revisited the game. It's like, oh, there's an E-tank in there. How do I get it? Energy tank lies within the crashed lift. Oh, concussive blast. I should have scanned it. I was stupid. I was like, wait, that's it? That's all you do to get that? That doesn't seem right. Wait, there's more of this shit here, isn't there? Yeah, there is. Blit. Marvel Spider-Man 2 stream win? That's definitely not gonna happen. I do not like those games. Oh, wait, there's one back there I gotta fucking get. Yeah. But Yuri Lowenthal? I don't have much love for Yuri Lowenthal. He's a fine voice actor. Whatever. What? There we go. The Echo Beam in Prime 2 is genuine buns. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. It's called, like, the Annihilator. The ultimate beam with the properties of both light and dark together. It's terrible. This looks like I should break this. I don't think that's a thing. Oh yeah, and this, I discovered this accidentally trying to kill that. There's a secret there. We're almost certainly not gonna get the Dark Samus cutscene, but we'll probably get, you know, Samus without the helmet. Because they cowered out in this game, and they don't let you see Samus in her bikini. That's how you know they truly don't understand the appeal of Metroid. Nintendo gone woke, shake my head. Right. Also, I just realized I'm using the plasma beam underwater. That shouldn't work, but whatever. Thought he didn't like horny Samus stuff? It's a joke. Get the thingy! There we go. Everybody here likes some horny Samus in moderation. Do you think there were young kids, like a 12-year-old boy, that did get off to like one of the end screens in Metroid? That's the true vision of these games. Oh yeah, this is a cool bomb jump part. Using the water physics. This is some legit shit. This is some real Metroiding. That's good. I like it. Out of context counter 1. It's true, I've been slacking on that this stream. I apologize. The fuck's hitting me? Oh yeah, that's shit. Where does this go? Oh, that goes to the mines. Not yet. Prime 1 or 2? Definitely Prime 1. No questions. Yeah, this is what connects back to Chozo Ruins, right? Yes. You recommend I stream Prime 4 first time because that shit is too funny for me to experience alone? You think? Y'all want to see me lose my mind at how shitty Miles McKenzie is? Look, you can see this invisible platform. They, like, hint at it to tell you to use the visor. Prime 2 has Torvus and Sanctuary? Honestly, when I played Torvus Bog... Or not Torvus Bog, the fucking Sanctuary, the digital place... I got fucking stuck there so bad and so fucking confused on my first revisit of Prime 2. It also took me a while. This I'll put on me, because I had the hints turned off. But it's also unintuitive, so I would argue that's a problem with the game. It took me forever to realize I had to leave and go get power bombs. Even though there was power bomb shit everywhere, I was like, do I get the power bombs here, maybe? I don't fucking know. There's a bit of that in the Prime games, of, like, the intended routing. Like, they really want you to use the hint system, because without it, you're like, wait, I go there now? Why? I didn't even realize I could go there now. He's become the Jar Jar Binks of Prime 4. Pretty funny, though. Well, sorry, Jack Jackson. I was sick. Still kind of sick a little bit. Misa think there's a missile pack in there, Sammy. That's so accurate, Jar Jar. Have I heard that Prime 4 has 1 hour of cut dialogue that was Marvel humor jokes? I have not heard that, but I'm glad they cut it. There was even more, and someone was like, this is too much. We have to stop. Who wrote Does anyone know who wrote Prime 4? Who wrote all that terrible dialogue? No, you bitch! Damn it. There we go. Cut dialogue includes some deep cut Metroid references. Kinda sad it was removed. Well, when we say deep cut Metroid references, are we talking some Ian Flynn shit? Writing was overwhelmingly done by American contractors. Scans were written by Tanabe. I mean, that's fine. Prime 3 was also written by American writers. They just didn't insert a bunch of garbage. Here we go. Now we go this way. It's the most surface level. You saw the thing and clapped, hey, remember Nori and shit? That's fine, then. People dog on Prime 3 too much. I agree also. I'm fine with all the Federation stuff and the other bounty hunters and, like, talking with the General and the, you know, going to different planets and the Aurora units, all that stuff, because it's like... Every single... I'm going to talk about this probably when I talk about Prime 3 in the video. Every single fucking Metroid game is Samus alone wandering around shooting bugs. And I'm like, how many times can we do that? I'm okay with expanding the world of Metroid so we actually, like, see the universe that these games take place in a bit. What month is the Metroid Prime vid coming out in? Not this month, I'll tell you that. Metroid video will be this month, though. This is weird. You just hit these two switches to open that door. I don't get it. A 40-something Nintendo nostalgia guy listening to the stream and crying out in anger? What, because I said I'm okay with Federation shit in Metroid? And, like, I thought, like, the other bounty hunters and stuff that you meet in Prime 3 were cool. You know, they all got different abilities, and you fight them as bosses. Like, all that works. I got no problems with any of that. Oh, wait, there's a thing here. Take a clip of that 5 years in the future and make fun of him? I mean, Prime 4 did it bad, but doing it bad doesn't mean it's not okay. No, there should only be Samus and Ridley again for the 12th time. Apparently, that's what people want. Chozo stories and Galactic Federation stories. You prefer the Chozo stories? Well, the Chozo stories, you know, are more related to Samus, so they're more interesting. But that's kind of, that's just the whole thing about 2D Metroid versus Prime. The main series is about Samus, whereas the Prime games are just like, Samus is a badass bounty hunter going on badass bounty hunter adventures. I mean, this one has Chozo stuff in it, but it's just like, there were Chozo here, and a thing happened. You know, it's not actually about anything. Hey, what about the whatever the fuck they're called? The Alumnians or whatever? In fucking Prime Hunters? What about that shit? And the ultimate evil power in the universe or some garbage. Oh yeah, these are like the worst enemies in the game. Because they have their beam weaknesses. You can only hit them with whatever beam matches their color. Which really sucks for the plasma beam because it's really weak and you can stun them, so you just take forever to kill them. It's not that bad in the original, but in like Prime Remastered, they have like triple the amount of health or something for some reason. Takes forever. The what's that shit ain't real? That shit's super real! There's like because I just played Prime Hunters, and it's really bad. There's like a psychic reading message thing that goes out into the universe that's like, find the ultimate power or whatever, and you go to like the Malumni sector or some shit, and there's this race of aliens that you've never heard of that have nothing to do with anything that sealed away this evil entity millennia ago. And Samus has to kill it, so it can't do anything, or whatever. And also there are other bounty hunters there that have nothing to do with anything. Is there a special fan mod that makes Prime Hunters playable? Yeah, there's the the Melon DS. It's like Primac. It gives it mouse and keyboard controls, sort of. But you still control the pointer. It's not like this, where it's like, you know, traditional control the camera. Typical DS spin-offs. Is it a spin-off? I mean, it's kind of a mainline Metroid game. It's a Metroid Prime. It's got Metroidvania shit in there. But I guess it has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Prime already has nothing to do with the main series, and that has nothing to do with Prime. This I cannot do. You can powerbomb this to break this guy open, and it's how you get one of the artifacts, but you cannot do it. Like, it just doesn't do anything until you get the power bombs from the place you're supposed to get them. Check out the leaked Frontiers beta footage. It'll explain a lot. Oh, was there a leak of that? What's it look like? Someone tell me. Do it! Get up there. Does Psylocke do anything special in Hunters that explains his continued existence? No. He is no more important than any of the other bounty hunters at all. He gets a tiny bit of extra emphasis just in the fact that you see his ship. And he's the only hunter that you see his ship. That's literally it. Other than that, the way the hunters work in Prime Hunters in the single player, they just randomly show up as enemies sometimes that you have to kill before you can leave the room. That's it. Okay, so this whole puzzle here is really basic and sucks and takes forever and is boring. Thankfully, I don't have to do it. As a matter of fact, we can get the grapple beam early. His character built around edging. No substance. He definitely has no substance, that's for sure. This is just the way back. Alright, now I'm supposed to go up. So cool. You know what? I'm not even gonna fight you. You can just go. Wow, I didn't get hit there. Nice. I'll tell you everything that sucks about Prime Hunters. The level design, the gameplay, the progression design, like the Metroidvania-ness of it. The shooting is bad. The weapon balance is bad. The random fighting of bounty hunters is bad. The, like, lore shit is stupid. They have a beam that bounces off walls, so it's 50-50. Yeah, but you don't ever really need that. I mean, I guess in a multiplayer context, because that is a multiplayer first game. So maybe I can't really judge Prime Hunters, because you're really supposed to play the multiplayer. But the chances that I'm ever gonna play multiplayer Prime Hunters with any human being ever is a whopping 0%. No, that's just a way back. Oh god, these guys are really stupid, because you can only damage them with the ice beam. So you just freeze them and shoot them. This is what I'm talking about when I say these games need better combat. Thrilling. Is Prime 4 at least better than that? Wait, I think there's another missile thing in here somewhere. There's another super missile thingy in this lab area. The shooting gameplay is much more fun in Prime 4. Well, that's good, at least. I see you, Rainyar. I probably missed you. You said that a while ago. Oh no, you're still here. I think. Well, I'm glad that you're glad I'm streaming again. Oh no, you're still here. I don't know why Mr. DX said that. I was confused. Isn't miserable, just a mess sometimes? We'll see. I know about the shitty open world, the shitty dialogue, and the shitty collecting of green crystals. Those are the shitty things I know about the game. Platform gets worse the more it exists, apparently. Go. Actually, hold on. I want to go back up. There is a map room over there. You suspect they're working on a patch? How much could you patch that game, though? Because one of the other things I know that people don't like about it is that it's, like, super ultra-linear. That's not something you could patch very easily. These enemies suck, by the way. It's good when you can kill them with fast missile fire. Because you get it over with faster, because they're bad. Because most of the time they just fucking put their hand up, and you can't shoot them, and you just sit there and wait, and it's dumb. Where's the thing? Turn off hints? Can you not turn off hints in Prime 4? You can do that in all the other ones. What the hecky? Ow. Dude, I got power bombs, finally. Well, I'm glad to hear, Rainyar. Not glad to hear that you were having some troubles, but I'm glad you're feeling better now. And I'm glad that I could provide that. I hope everyone is enjoying the fact that Pry is back from the dead. I'm glad to be back from the dead. I've been wanting to stream. I just haven't been able to because I was coughing my lungs out. Trying to think. How should I leave? You know what? I'm actually gonna go back. Yeah, I was honestly thinking of maybe... Because obviously I'm going to talk about this mod when I talk about the Prime games, because it's so friggin' cool. But I was thinking that I should maybe do... like a dedicated video, just to highlight this mod. Because no one has talked about this. Like, no one knows about this. What does this mod add? This. Damn. Sparky did not like Prime 2. Yeah, Telekinetic Man hadn't heard of the mod until I showed it to him. Maybe the video will blow up. Honestly, I think there's a non-zero chance of that, which is rare for one of my videos. Like, if I title it some bullshit like the best Metroid mod ever, which I actually think it might be, so it's not even clickbait. And highlighting a mod that no one really knows about, no one else is talking about. Maybe. I kind of don't want to make, like, redundant content, though, if I'm just going to talk about this in my Prime video. But if there are views to be had, maybe it's worth it. The best Metroid mod ever with Naked Samus in the thumbnail. Now we're talking. I mean, just shit like that. Shit like that is so cool. So it's a simple little thing that makes this game more fast and fun and cool and better. It's great. Okay, it's right there. Put Sonic in the background for better viewership. There you go. Now I can get this. I had to arbitrarily do that. Bad scripting. I should be able to do this right away, so I don't need to come back for this. Drop your stupid little shield thing. Yeah, also, a thing about Phazon I really like. I like how it looks. Like, I like the cyan, like, goo and the veins. That's why I really love, honestly, Samus' suit in Prime 3. I love it getting more corrupted over time and getting more, like, blue and purple. I think that looks so fucking cool. Also, a surprising thing about this game's, like, lore setup or whatever is they find the evil substance with Phazon, and then the space pirates are like, we could use this to make a super soldier. And normally in, like, a sci-fi thing, that's a recipe for that backfiring and going horribly, and they create monsters to kill them all. But they actually succeed. They do it, it works. Which is surprising. But it adds, you know, stakes to the game. You gotta stop them. Bro, I'm almost out of missiles. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the impact site where the Leviathan, but this was before they came up with that, so it's just like a meteor of Phazon. I'm gonna presume that, like, the retroactive what's supposed to have happened here is that Metroid Prime killed the Leviathan by consuming all the Phazon of it. Or something. That's my headcanon. Give me some missiles. Ah, stop hitting me, you fuckers. Trying to ignore you. There are discarded Prime exoskeletons in Phase, so you don't know? Wait, like Metroid Prime? What? "2026 is the year people are ready to talk out retro peaked with DK." I mean, yeah. I remember when Tropical Freeze was announced, a lot of people were pissed that they made a new 2D Donkey Kong instead of Prime 4. And in retrospect, it's like, good thing they did, because they made one of the best 2D platformers of all time instead of the Prime 4. Now if they announce Metroid Prime 5, people should rage, "You should make a new Donkey Kong Country, you fuckers!" Actually, I was very demoralized by the response. The people were wrong. The people were wrong. That's just gonna be me complaining about that then? Yeah, I'll be the one person going, "No, not Prime 5! Make Donkey Kong Country Returns 3! Damn it!" Should have been Donkey Kong. There you go. That's fun, by the way. How they have Metroids in captivity and you can release them on them. That's cool. See, that's the kind of stuff they do very well in Prime. To, like, capture that Metroidness. So yeah, this is an example of, where? I swear to God, there's another one of those super missile canisters somewhere in this fucking lab. And I must have missed it. Damn it. It's gonna bother my OCD. Yeah, normally you have to leave, because you can't do this area. And it feels like a very pointless, like, leave this giant linear sequence, go back the way you came, just to come back through the giant linear sequence, just so you can keep going. Because normally, you need the X-ray visor to see these things, although you can just land on them without the X-ray visor if you can do it. But of course, I got this. And this is a good example of, like, okay, pretend that I bomb jumped up to this thing and then rode the spider ball and then fell off and then rode the spider ball. That's really basic and not very interesting, and this is more fun. See, but then you do need the plasma beam, which you also normally don't have on your first visit here. And I'm like, fuck all that. Have I seen the new Yoshi? I mean, not interesting to me. I've never liked the Yoshi games. I think there's a missile pack here. Yep. Oh my god, Phazon does a lot of damage. It's also the only Switch 2 game that isn't $70. That is not true. Don't forget about Drag and Drive. Yoshi Woolly World amiibo was adorable. The giant yarn one, yeah. Eh, you can see well enough. I do like how they keep the Metroid weakness to ice. You can kill them with other stuff in this, which is weird. Because they're like, we've been mutating Metroids with Phazon, making them more powerful. But they're also now just susceptible to regular damage from anything. You can just kill them. That's weird. I think this is a missile refill, which isn't even useful because the upcoming boss is immune to missiles, I'm pretty sure. We're skipping to FNAF 5 so he doesn't have to do FNAF 4. I'm not doing FNAF 5. I'm doing FNAF 4 and then I'm fucking done. I'm out of the game. Yeah, I remember. You like how I'm in debt to FNAF fans? I am. I owe them a stream, and I'm gonna do it. And then we're square. And then I don't want you coming around to my house, scaring my family, ever again. Speaking of, in my time sick, I was watching a lot of stuff. I watched The Chair Company with Tim Robinson, which I've never seen any Tim Robinson stuff before, but I've heard he's really funny. It was a good show. I liked it. It was funny. It was tense. It had some good tension to it. Recommended. There it is. I knew it. It's here. Give me my missile. Get that man on the Muppet Show. He's basically a real-life Muppet. It would be appropriate. I think we're on a no-death run, right? I mean, I don't think we're in any risk of dying at this point. I've got so many energy tanks. But hell yeah. Now time to fight a crappy boss. Get out of here. Oh wait, no. No missiles. You know, I'm just realizing they were like making their super ultra space pirate with Phazon mutation and everything. But he's like huge. And he's underground in this tiny cave. Like, he can't fit through the exits. How are they gonna get this guy, like, out into the world to be their ultimate soldier? They didn't plan this out. Metroid Prime 4 is Nintendo's most beautiful game, played in HDR. It's kind of weird that we live in a world where Nintendo games are, like, caught up technologically, and it has HDR and fucking ray tracing and all this shit. 4K, 60 FPS. I'm like, this isn't Nintendo. Games should be at 900p on the Switch. Genuinely looks like a PS5 game. Well, yeah, it's got all the DLSS technology in it, so it can punch way above its weight class. Because there are still people that are like, it's just a souped-up PS3, basically. And I'm like, bruh. Not at all. You don't know what you're talking about. In some ways, the Switch 2 is arguably more powerful than a PS4 Pro. I missed. Oh god, this boss sucks. Takes forever. And how Nintendo could have new Assassin's Creed games. I mean, they can. Like, RE9 came out on Switch 2. They're finally able to have multi-platform games at launch. Yeah, I'm probably not going to use any ray tracing in RE9, because in every game that's not Doom, ray tracing is just way too expensive performance-wise. You need the magic of id Tech and their engineers. Oh, I never got the wave beam thingy. Where do you even get that? Where's the wave beam upgrade? Ray tracing is something you never cared for, honestly? Honestly, me too. I don't really care very much. Damn it. A lot of games, like, you turn on ray tracing, you're like, looks mostly the same. You have to, like, really look at very specific things to notice a difference. And when you're actually playing the game, you're not doing that. So I pretty much turn it off in every game. Because the performance cost is just too great. It's not worth it. Yeah, I agree, Sparky. Like, baked lighting, it looks perfectly fine. I know it's telekinetic, man. I know you like it. But you're someone that works on it. On the consumer end, I'm like, it doesn't look that different. Oh, I see what you're saying. Once more games use it properly, it'll be more different. I mean, I don't know. I played Doom the Dark Ages, and that's ray tracing only. It looked good, but I wasn't like, oh my god, the ray tracing specifically makes this game look so amazing. Can you believe it? That I like the Phazon suit and I think it looks cool? Oh, wait. I don't need to go this way. I need to not go this way. I gotta go back. Samus is having her symbiote suit moment. That's actually Prime 2. The Ing are like symbiotic, I guess more like parasitic beings that like transform you like Venom, kinda. Yeah, that's the other thing, Telekinetic Man. Even if ray tracing looks really good in certain games, in anything but Doom the Dark Ages is just too expensive to the performance. Kirby overglazed riders. Someone banned them. I'm joking. Is there a mod that gives Space Pirates pirate hats and replaces their theme with Pirates of the Caribbean? That'd be funny. Where's the freaking wave beam? The upgrade for it. I actually really want that because it's really good for fighting Metroid Prime. How'd I miss that? Where is that fucking thing? Someone tell me where that is. I'm freaking out. Where are my Metroid Prime experts in the chat? I need help. Samus needs your help. Join in the fight. It's on Talon 4? Wow, thanks. That's real helpful. Yeah, I guess that's probably why it doesn't make much of an impact, Telekinetic Man. But like path tracing, like doing full ray trace lighting, that destroys performance in most games. It's in Talon Overworld? Thank you. And maybe I just haven't been to where it is yet, and I'll stumble on it naturally when we return to Talon Overworld, because that's where we're headed right now, I think. Actually, no, I need to make a quick pit stop back at the Chozo Ruins to get the last thingy. Also, another thing about, like, ray tracing is that for a lot of older games, like, it doesn't look good. Like, I mean, there's shit like the mods for, like, ray tracing in Mario 64, and I'm like, this looks terrible. This low poly world is not supposed to have this kind of lighting. It does not look correct or good in any way. But even like non-fan stuff, like there's like Quake with ray tracing or like Portal with ray tracing, and I'm still like, nah, that ain't it. Oops, I let go of the button. There we go. Bubsy 3D with chromatic aberration. Yeah, there you go. While we're talking PC visual effects, I mean, I guess just video game visual effects, chromatic aberration, that goes on the list of the many visual effects that I'm like, please stop putting this in games, it's hideous. That, film grain, I fucking hate film grain. So many fucking stupid games put film grain. Depth of field looks terrible because it blurs out stuff in the distance and I can't see, and sometimes I want to look at things in the distance. Motion blur, a lot of people don't like motion blur. I like motion blur per object. I hate camera motion blur. Like, the modern Dooms all have camera motion blur, and it is the ugliest fucking thing. Yeah. There we go. Alright, actually, there's a thing here. A tasteful depth of field effect can be glorious. Just look at Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Well, I haven't played that. I'm not saying it can't look good. I'm just saying it's not practical for playing a game when I'm trying to look at things far away. Yep. Well, yeah, Crash 4 motion blur, of course. That works because they're doing a lot of cartoony, like, smeary animation. They made these little beetle assholes too adorable looking to kill. They are kind of cute, aren't they? They're like little Hercules beetles. Is the Ridley fight in this game better or worse than the one in Fusion? It's a different kind of bad. The Ridley fight in Fusion is a clusterfuck mess. This one, like a lot of the bosses, just goes on for too long. And is rather basic and not super interesting, like a lot of Prime combat and bosses. Where does this go? Oh, I know where this goes. Okay, hold on. I just want to check over here. How long is this game? We're almost done. I might be... I have no idea what I'm talking about. Where am I going right now? Where's this go? Okay, so this just connects back to that. Okay, so I was going the right way. Dread's the only Metroid game with good bosses? I think the Fusion and Zero Mission have good bosses. I think they're very well designed for, like, things that take time, but you can do quickly if you're playing well. Like, especially the very first thing in Zero Mission, the, like, big caterpillar monster thing that you can kill on the very first encounter if you get every single opening perfectly. That's awesome. I think this is a save room. Yeah. Where did this say this was going? This is the Chozo... No, Phendrana Drifts. What the fuck? Okay, this is not where I thought it would be. Maybe I should have taken the other exit. I think Teardown's an example of low poly assets with modern lighting that looks good. Yeah, that game has a cool style to it. I haven't played it, but it looks cool. This is to Talon Overworld. There we go. Just got to make a quick return trip to Chozo Ruins. I definitely should have gone to the other exit, because then that would have spit me out back at the end of the the sunken ship, and then there's the fast travel back to the Chozo Ruins. Right where I need to go, actually. But that's fine. Slightly less efficient than it could have been. Note for future runs. See, there's nothing like this in normal Metroid Prime. Where's the door? Did I go over the door? I went over the door. Yeah, Chozo Ruins. Inspiration for Bonanza was Mario 1-2 because it was all breakable blocks. Interesting. But Bonanza's not a Mario game, so it doesn't matter. Oh, there it is. Right, I forgot about this. I could have gotten this earlier. It's not in Talon Overworld, friggin' liar. This is also where one of the things are. Yeah, this. I forgot about this. Yeah, shut up with your ghosts. Why are there ghosts in Metroid? Oh yeah, this thing also. What you're supposed to do here normally is shoot missiles at these pillars a couple times. And then it makes it drop. And then they introduce these guys, and your missiles bounce off, so you gotta hit it without hitting them. Yeah, whatever. Who's worse, Miles or Adam? Ooh. It's a good question. Adam is less, like, atrocious with the way that he's, like, written. Sort of. But, Adam also does damage to Samus's character. So... yeah, got all of them. There's just the last one here, and then the one where you're supposed to be introduced to these things to begin with. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Adam. Oh, look at this. I don't know how many missiles there are in this game. I think there's like 250. Is there 255? Because that's how much there is in most Metroids, I think. Is Samus even a character? A little bit. In some of the games. They let her be a character. Oh, wait, can I go this way? Oh, wait. There's one I forgot about. On my last playthrough, this here. What the fuck? You could destroy that fucking tree with a super missile? Okay, sure. I don't know if I can go this way. They might be blocked. Let's find out. You wish one of the Federation troopers at Prime 4 was Anthony? I'm good. Anything related to Other M can go fuck off. It is blocked by something. I don't even know what that is. It must be like a switch or something. Fuck! Remember me? No, I don't. Who are you? What? And I don't want to remember you. I don't think he's ever gonna return. I think after Other M and the backlash of that, they learned their lesson. And hopefully after Prime 4 they learn their lesson. Although I suspect after that, probably not going to get another Prime game, are we? I think that's done. Yep, rocket jump. Is screw attack in this game? No, it's in Prime 2. There we go. Get in the thing! It's in the logo of the sub-series. Yeah, I don't know how screw attack became, like, the logo of Metroid. It's just a power-up. It looks cool, that's why. Fair enough. Pretty sure the ghosts can only be killed by the power beam, right? You think Nintendo would give them one more try to start fresh? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Oh my god, we're actually going to use the speed booster. So this is a mechanic that I should have used several times in this game, but I haven't been. Are they ghosts or just invisible aliens? They're ghosts. Those are ghosts for show. After 8 years of flushing money down the drain, one more try. Well, hopefully after... if they do get one more try, then... they'll be like, alright, we gotta fucking modernize Metroid Prime. That's what I'd want. They need to play this mod and go, we gotta put Quake movement in Metroid Prime. You know, and this actually works really well. Like, if this was just in the game, like this kind of movement... it would have been fine, because just like Super Metroid, like, you learn all this fancy, crazy skip shit through advanced movement tech that the game doesn't even tell you exists. Most players, even if this was in the game, probably would have never even found it or figured it out, and they still would have just played normally anyway. But then some players can fucking figure it out and do cool shit. Which way? Yeah, over there. And get the Marvel ass writing out of this place? Well, that's definitely gonna happen, I think. I mean, how would people feel if they tried to give Metroid Prime... like a little more relevance to main series Metroid? Would that be cool, or is that a no-no? Leave it to the main games. Keep them apart like church and state. Oh my god, so many fucking fights with these stupid fuckers. Ah, fuck. Damn it. Trying to read chat and shoot at the same time. What the fuck? There. I can get this now. But almost fucked it up. Yeah, I'm good over there. Damn, I got all the energy tanks. Because last one's in here. Even in this mod, the combat's still the worst part. Fucking hell. You know what's the thing, actually, about the combat in this? They never mix enemy types together. They always only have you fight one enemy type at a time. It's always the Chozo Ghosts only, or only Space Pirates. Or only the Flying Pirates. Why do they not mix enemy types together? What is this, fucking Ninja Gaiden 2? Horrible enemy varieties of problem in Prime 4. You know, this is one of those things that I talk about how, like, game design is not appreciated enough in games. Because, like, you watch, like, streams of, like, Hugo Martin talking about the Doom games and how, like, carefully they orchestrate those combat encounters and what enemies are where. Even, like, when they spawn into the fights and how the enemy types combo together to create interesting combat scenarios. And I'm like, why is this not regular? Why did that in this game, they're like, just copy and paste a bunch of Chozo Ghosts in the room? It only shined in Eternal, though? I wouldn't agree with that at all. I'd say 2016 and Dark Ages both have good encounter design all over the place. Yeah, that's weird, Sparky. I mean, in a shooter, in a combat-oriented game, one of the things you should spend the most development resources on is enemy types. Because the more enemy types you have, the more interesting your combat can be. Okay, what's the fastest way to get out of here? One of these Talon Overworld exits. Trying to think. That one takes me to there. That one, this one I think is faster. Okay, just start on how weak RE9's level and enemy design is. Yeah, Telekinetic Man was telling me a bit that he really disliked Leon's gameplay in RE9, which I was surprised by. Because they just did 4 remake, and I'm just like, do that. Do more of that. Is it that hard? Nintendo was too Nintendo for kids at the time of this. They couldn't have made a shooter as good as others. Nintendo didn't even make this game. It was by Retro. An American studio. That's where all the shooting knowledge and expertise is. Like, I don't know if people even think about this that much, but Japanese developers do not make first-person shooters very much. It's very, very rare. Leon sections feel like rushed recycled assets? That's crazy. That's so weird. You know what I just realized? Did I get the missile pack in here? Okay, I did. I thought I forgot it. Let's see how many missiles I got. 245? Damn it. I'm one away from getting the secret bonus cutscene. Shit. Alright, someone that's been watching the entire stream and knows Metroid Prime super well. Where's the last missile pack that I missed? Or maybe it's 2? I don't even know how many I missed. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go. Fuck it. Damn, that fuck is annoying. This really is version 1? Yeah, this is original Prime 1, because that's the only version the mod works for. Watch it on YouTube. Yeah, quickly someone throw on a video of every missile pack location and try to remember which ones I got and which ones I didn't. Actually, you know what? I was just looking at the beam select. Little detail. There's a lot of... I mean, there's a million amazing tiny details in Prime. A lot of we've been skipping because I haven't been scanning shit and whatever. And, you know, the atmosphere and the environments and all that. And, of course, Samus's face in the visor. That's all cool. But one thing I really like is the way that they, like, explain the different beams. Because you can see those different hand positions. And if you look at the X-ray visor, you can see Samus's arm. And she's making those poses. And when you switch to the beams, she changes her hand posture to match it. Which is really cool. That's how she controls the arm cannon. She changes her hand position, and that's a different beam. That's super cool. That's an awesome attention to detail thing. And there we go. Got all the things. Very minimal backtracking. Plowed through this game in like a little over 3 hours. Super cool movement. Customized routing of playing through the game in different ways. This mod is amazing. She curls her toes to activate space jump. I guess it would be uncomfortable to hold those hand poses for a while. And then this guy is also here for basically no reason. Just because Ridley's cool. And you know what? He is cool. She's seeing Morph Ball. How does Sonic see when he's rolling around? Got a little stutter there. Now comes the waiting game bosses. Yeah. Ridley's not great. I might lock onto him, because you get homing missiles when you lock on, and that makes it a lot faster. And my controller turned off! Oh god, there we go, we're good. Because, yeah, the way this fucker moves around. Hello? Missiles? Oh, I see, the missiles, I can only have so many yeah, alright, I'm using lock-on missiles, fuck this. Ridley takes too long to do this manually. Oh god, he's got this fucking attack where he goes and flies away. And you can't do anything. The missiles are still chasing him though, that's kind of cool. Couldn't be bothered to replay the game to get here. You could have just downloaded a save file. Really good version of his theme, though. Gotta give it that. So yeah, and when you play on hard mode, he has even more health. And it takes goddamn forever. No! Fuck you! Stop doing that. If you have a 100% save, you can't refight Ridley? You can't? Oh. Oh, right, because if you save after the fight with him, because there is a save point after this. Super Metroid Remake would stretch out the release of Metroid 6. I mean, they have to realize that literally 0 people want that. Like Metroid Prime 1 and 2, yeah, or Metroid 1 and 2, yes, do remakes of those because they're really primitive, bad games. But Super Metroid? What are you doing? Sakamoto didn't want a Fusion remake? I mean, I agree. I don't think Fusion needs a remake. Fusion is fine. And imagine you don't know about the fast missile firing. This fight takes so much longer. You want new Metroid games? Yeah. Especially after the fucking ending of Dread and now Samus has a Devil Trigger. I want to see where that goes. Trying to hit him. I'm sure you could. Are we on the next phase? Yes. Samus has a Devil Trigger? Yeah, at the end of Dread she gets one. Ah, fuck. Yeah, it's just not very enticing gameplay. Why are people singing Devil Trigger? Oh, because I mentioned Samus having a Devil Trigger? Gotcha. So that's Ridley in this game. He sucks, he's boring, he takes forever. That's kind of the unfortunate thing about Metroid Prime. The overall game is really good, and then you get to the end of it, and it becomes kind of crappy. Because it's just 2 really bad bosses back to back. Super Remake would nerf the wall jump? I don't think so. The way Dread was, I think they get it. They know what's up. I mean, if they do it Samus Returns style, and it's not a faithful remake, it's a completely different game, that's basically just a new Metroid, which I'd be okay with. I'd rather one that is, you know, narratively a new game also, but eh. You stop playing Prime as soon as the artifact hunt starts. It's good with this that you can actually do the artifact hunt as you go, so it's not bad. But yeah, the end of the game is not the best. The area is cool, though. I don't know exactly what's supposed to be happening. Like, is this Phazon? Does Phazon get all, like, orange and extra bad? Like, I don't really know what this is. Can you scan it? Oh god, these Metroids are annoying. Tang-flavored Phazon. The corpse of a dead thing? I guess it kind of looks like I'm inside a creature. Maybe that is what it is. Fuck yeah. Alright, here we go. Somehow this is a Metroid. And then Metroid Prime shows up at the end. Here it is, the final enemy that this game has been building up to for no time whatsoever. You have to scan everything to get an actual background for Silex. Yeah, in Prime Hunters, they don't say shit about him. He's just another bounty hunter. This thing sucks to hit. And even using lock-on isn't really better because he moves around so much that locked on, your shots miss a lot of the time. It's actually better to not use lock-on so you can, you know, fire where he's gonna be. But it still just sucks. This is why I wanted this. Because the wave beam is so fucking terrible that these phases take forever. I also was wondering, looking at Metroid Prime, because, like, once you defeat this thing, you then fight, like, the core of Metroid Prime, which is, like, a little floating face, goo, brain thing. And you can see it, like, there through, like, the little gap in its armor. And I'm like, is this supposed to be, like, Metroid Prime is, like, piloting this thing? Because you look at the creature, and it's got, like, 4 eyes, or 6 eyes on its body, and a big mouth, and I'm like, is Metroid Prime, like, controlling that thing? Or piloting its corpse or something? Put that fucking gun up. That's one thing. I guess it's appropriately Metroid-y when I think about it. That sometimes certain attacks make you, like, put your gun down for a while. So it's like, don't get hit, lose time. Even though the Prime games aren't really built for time. But it feels like it now with this mod. See, doesn't it look like that's some sort of monster that Metroid Prime is, like, taking over its body or something? Look at how much damage the ice and plasma beam do. You go through those phases super fast. It's basically Ratatouille, if that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's just an exoskeleton. Yeah, I mean, it's an okay, like, you know, basic kids video game final boss, but not the most thrilling thing in the world. I would say that the Ing final boss in Prime 2, it's kind of better, but it's also annoying because you fucking run out of ammo, and then it becomes a fucking pain in the ass. Maybe it's not better, actually. Dark Samus is not a cute goth girl. Don't let the fan art confuse you. Yeah, there's a lot of fan art of, like, Dark Samus in a Zero suit, which, is not a thing, unfortunately. Totally agree, Sparky. The whole ammo thing in Prime 2, literally pointless. I don't know what they were thinking with that. You're surprised Metroid is a kid's game? I mean, I guess maybe it's not as much of a kid's game as most Nintendo stuff, but you know, it's still at that level, I would say. The ghetto between a kid's game and an adult's game. Just a game for everyone. Kinda. It is a little too basic. Maybe it's a teenager's game. I think that's appropriate. I think Metroid probably would most appeal to teenagers. You know, older kids that want something more dark and mature, but still relatively, like, easy to play. It's literally rated T for teen. Oh, well, there you go. Stop fucking changing it. Pick one. Another thing I would like to see them improve in Prime is, like, beam switching. Like, I wish the beams worked more differently from each other, like, functionality-wise, rather than just being the plasma beam does more damage and everything, or the ice beam freezes stuff. Like, I want, you know, one beam that functions like a shotgun, and one beam that is like a sniper rifle, or, you know, one beam that is like a grenade launcher. You know? So that way you would actually switch to different beams depending on the combat situation, which would also help if they gave you different enemy types that you were fighting against. Alright, here it is. Sorry. So this fight sucks. Like, the first phase is, like, fine, whatever. This second phase is terrible. It has one attack. It just has that ground slam thing. And then you just sit around and wait. Zelda's probably more adult than teen? I definitely say Zelda is, like, targeted at teens. Really miserable to do with a GameCube pad. Yeah, and the gimmick is just that it switches between different visors that you need to use to hit it. And that's it. It mostly sucks. See, it spawns Metroids. So presumably that means it is a Metroid. According to Kishimoto, Frontiers falls under seinen, young adult. Yet the game itself is designed for 4-year-olds. Is Prime 1 secretly bad? No, it's not. It just has a couple of bad elements to it. But it is a good game. I would actually say it's a pretty great game on its own, but much better like this. Ah. Combat, still not good, though. Can this be Goth Samus already? Unfortunately, we're not going to see the cutscene, because I missed, like, 1 or 2 missile packs. RE4 deserves a high ranking for GCN games over this? Oh, absolutely. Original RE4 is still one of the greatest fucking action games ever made. Hey, it's over. Oh yeah, and then there's like a detonation escape sequence that they probably like cut out of the game because it's so clearly that. This end is a little awkward. Bam! It ripped off the Phazon suit. And that's how it becomes Goth Samus. See, look at this. Crater collapse imminent, evacuate immediately. And you're like, okay, escape sequence. No, we just cut. That totally had to be cut out of the game, right? Prime's still one of the most acclaimed games in history with a 97. I mean, it is a great game, for sure. But it has a lot of things that could be better. It would have been boring as shit to platform backwards out of there. Maybe that's why they cut it, because not a whole lot of interesting platforming to rush through there. There she is! Her model doesn't look great in this, but it's fine. They really fix up her face in Prime 3? I don't think I've ever seen it in Prime 3. And that's it. Metroid Prime. Done in under 4 hours. Pretty good. For a near 100% playthrough. Almost 100%. Could have been. Would have been. She looks like an American. Well, she is a blonde. This music is so fucking good. So I don't know what to do next. Should we go back to 2D Metroid? Do Samus Returns? And then Dread? Or should we keep going with Prime for a little bit? Maybe jump back and forth? you mod the game to tell you where items are on the map, like 2D games? Yeah, it's kind of weird that they don't have anything like that. Or, like, you can scan items before you can get them, so they'll appear on the map or something. Pinball, perhaps? I'm not streaming Prime Pinball. Prime 2 would be cool. It has the same mods, so you can still do all the crazy bullshit in it. I hope that modder makes a friggin' version of it for Prime 3 one day. Because I can never play normal Metroid Prime ever again. This is just too fun and too cool. I guess, yeah, also, now that you all have seen a full playthrough using this mod, like, and keep in mind, the routing I did here is after doing multiple playthroughs of, like, experimenting and theory crafting what you can do and what you can't. What do y'all think of this mod? It's super cool. Curious how this mod will affect the pacing of Dark World. It allows you to circumvent a lot. Like, there are many times you don't have to go to Dark World when you normally would have to, which is good. It helps the pacing. But it's also much easier to soft lock yourself there. You can do that because you can do some shit you're not supposed to in some pretty bad ways. Stream goal to force me to play Vanilla Prime 1? I mean, I still like Vanilla Prime 1. It's still fun. I would do that. It's just if I'm gonna play Prime 1, why would I not play this? This is what I'm saying. I'm never gonna go back to Prime Remastered. Have I heard of Chrono Gear by the Freedom Planet director? Yes. I am familiar. Not played it yet, but I will. Do FNAF 4 next? I might do FNAF 4 next. I don't know. We'll see. If I'm in the mood for it. Alright, give me my stats. Do they give you time on this? I don't even know if they track your time. Oh, they do give you your time. Look at that. Under 3 hours in-game time. 98%. Ooh, I just missed like 1 or 2 missile packs. Could have had it. Could have had it. Do all the games still the thing where the faster you beat the games, the more Samus takes off? Kind of, but no, actually. No, Prime does not do it based on time. It only does it based on item completion. Because Prime doesn't really have the speedrunning emphasis that the 2D games do, which is a shame. Because that's, like, one of the strongest parts. Actually, not one of, is... Okay, one of the strongest parts of Metroid is its speedrun emphasis and its design. Like, that's so cool. Like, especially in, like, Dread. So amazing. It's a very locked down series of games. That's why I wanted to show off this mod. Because it transforms Prime into a much cooler game, in my opinion. And I hope you all enjoyed that. It was fun. Fun playing some Metroid Prime. Fun rocket jumping around the place. And it was good streaming again after so long. I've been wanting to. Sorry if my voice sounded extra nasally and bad. But I'm feeling better, and I'll keep feeling better over the next couple of days. When will I stream again? I don't know. Maybe soon. Maybe not. We'll see. 2D Metroid video will be next, probably. Or maybe I will do a video on this mod specifically. Who knows? Yeah. Stuff is coming. Stuff is coming. The channel's not dead yet. It's only dying. But it's all good. Honestly, after the Demon Tides video, I was feeling pretty burnt out. So I took a week off and then got sick, which is part of why there was such a gap. And in that time off, I kind of, like, chilled out a little bit on, like, the channel dying stuff and the viewership, and I think at this point, I'm just like, whatever. Fuck it. I'm gonna go back to just making whatever videos I want to make, and if they get views, cool, and if they don't, whatever. Going back to pre-Sonic Pariah, where I just make videos on whatever the fuck I feel like it. When did I stop doing that? Well, I was kind of always doing that, but I've been feeling a lot more like, I can't actually do that video because it won't get any views. Like I was saying, I want to get into beat-em-ups again and, like, do videos on it. Because I would love to do... There's 2 videos that have been sitting in my mind forever. Maybe 3. Is one on, like, all the best classic beat-em-ups, one on all the best, like, modern indie beat-em-ups, and maybe one on, like, 3D beat-em-ups, like God Hand and Urban Rain. But I'd be like... No one would watch that video. No one would watch... No one cares. No one would watch those videos. They'd get no views. But you know what? I don't care. I want to make those videos, so I'm probably going to make those videos. Pariah Golden Age is back? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, some people would argue the Golden Age will only return when I go back to Sonic. Die Hard Arcade's moment to shine? Exactly. Die Hard Arcade, Spike Out, all that shit. It would be cool. It would be really fun. And I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do Metroid first. Might go back to Mega Man first. But I'm going to do it. As the saying goes, came for Sonic, stayed for Pariah. Thanks, Corey. I appreciate all of you, I really do. Even if I don't have as big a viewership as I did before, still awesome that I have a bunch of people that like to hang out, hear what I have to say about games, shoot the shit, have fun. It's really cool, and I really like making videos and stuff, just as a hobby, because I like doing it, and I've been treating it too much like a job for a long time. So I think I'm going to go back to it just being a hobby. Which means there will be less frequent uploads, because I'm not trying to, you know, play the algorithm and keep new stuff constantly coming out. I'll make videos when I feel like it, and sometimes that means there will be gaps. There might be gaps for when I stream, because I'm not feeling it. Whatever. I'm just going to do what I want. Hope everyone's cool with that. And it was good also to get a long stream, because it's been so long. And I enjoyed hanging out with y'all. So, yeah. Pariah's back. Pariah's feeling better about all this YouTube and bullshit. And we're gonna have some fun in the future. So I will see you all around. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.